Okay, everybody, as I promised, I am going to make create a screencast. This is in lieu of the class session we were not able to have because of the technical difficulties the school experienced. And we're going to walk through that exercise over on page 37 in the POTC text. That's that great big, the ring binder. This one's a little bit different than what we did before, for the simple reason that we're going to work with a flyer as opposed to a business letter. And I wanted to remind you, as we talked about, here's the stuff that's due Friday, the 30th, the hands-on, the first hands-on, Microsoft Word hands-on exercise number 1, yeeks. And then, of course, number 2, that will be due. Then the Snyder, the test over the Snyder text. The test over that Snyder text. Snyder is the fitness and information technology text. And then chapter 2. And there is the self-developed quiz. You go over the POTC text and page 118. You'll see I think it's some matching items. Put it into a Word document and then upload it. Now, as I had mentioned in class and in the prior video, I have solution documents here for you. And so don't get panicky if you're following me and it doesn't look exactly like it should. You can always go back and do the work. Make sure you get the work, make certain you get the workshop credit. And the videos are here, as well as your text, which has the step-by-step instructions, plus these solution files, so that you can understand what we did. And in this case, we're going to create a flyer. Now, let me say this. I work primarily with Microsoft Excel and Access. That's what I do. So I'm teaching this course, and I write memos and things of that nature and reports, but I don't do much in the way of creating things like flyers. So I'm a bit out of my element, but let's see what we can do, and we'll go along. You should start over there on page 37, okay? And they tell us to open up Microsoft Word. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Let's see if I can find Microsoft Word here. It should be here. And I'll find it. Okay, there's Word 2016. We'll open it up. I'll get it full size. Now I'm going to open up a blank document. Okay. And it's open. And then I'm going to click New. Click File. Okay, and I've got New. And I have already opened a blank document. Okay. But they give us a search term. And so they tell us, let's search for the online templates. Okay. You'll see that right there. So I'm going to put in this, and this is on page 37, this is step B. I'm going to put seasonal event flyer. Okay. And then I'm going to click and have it start searching. And we see the seasonal event flyer. Now, notice this looks a little bit different. You'll see, for example, this one flyer is shown in your book, figure 1.32, page 37. Here it is. And here are the search results. And it says locate the, this is point C, it says locate the seasonal event flyer template is shown in figure 132 and click to select it. And the seasonal event flyer is going to be this one. And in fact, hey, amazingly, it says that. Okay. You sometimes read the instruction doesn't indeed. Now, if you look at the top of page 38, you're going to see a thing that says troubleshooting. If you don't find the template, you may access the template from the student data files. So I had that file loaded, but we found that the template's is here. So if it's not there, I had it uploaded in Canvas over there. And let me show you that real quickly. Okay, and that's that that 2-flyer document. That's the flyer. Now, I want you to notice something. If you look at the name of this file, it starts with F012, F01H2, etc. Up here, they have a CF01, and that difference is it's the same text. I'm not sure why they had that renaming, but it's essentially the same file. And they tell you then if it's there, if you've got that from the student files, which is what this is from, this one, okay, then for all intents and purposes, you're good to go. I'm going to clear that one. And let's see, I want to erase that. Up. There's our eraser. We'll close this. Okay. Now, let's go back to our flyer. And you're going to see we have this seasonal event flyer, and we're now down to part. And they say, okay, you've got this flyer. Now let's save it. Okay. So they say save. Click save on the OAT. Okay. And I'm going to click Save As, and you want to save it to your desktop. Okay, so I'm working on my PC, so I'm going to save it on this on my desktop, and just I'm going to call it. I'm going to keep this simple, and I'm going to call it Flyer Harmon Keith. Okay. And when I upload it in the correct place, as I tell you there in Canvas, upload it here. Okay. We get something, save it. Okay, and I've got my flyer. All right. And I probably messed myself up because I didn't click create on that. So I'm going to go back here for just a second. As I told you, I don't do these very much. So let's go back. Let me see if I've got it on my desktop. I've got the flyer. I'm going to open this up. Oh, no, that's the other one that we worked with. As I told you, yeah, it's going to depend a lot upon what I've worked with, and I just don't do many of these working with the templates. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do this real quick. I'll open up Word again. And again, my apologies. That's okay. We'll make it. And I'm going to jump back here for just a second. And I'm going to click New. Okay. And we'll just do that. We've got this blank document as a file. And I'll click New. And I'll do that seasonal flyer. And then I'll search for it. And there it is. And I forgot to click create. That's where I went wrong, my friends. So I'll click create. And I have my flyer and I'm ready to go. Now I can save it to my desktop. And I'm going to put it on my PC, on my desktop. Okay. And I'm going to call it flyer. And it'll say, hey, you're put it on the desktop. As you can see, you want new document. Yep. Place the existing file. And here we are. So we have a template. Now, let me say this real quickly. I've worked with an application from Office or Microsoft. it was Microsoft Publisher. I was at an organization once I worked for that we did a flyer. We did a weekly, a monthly report that we distributed to people in the community, and so we worked with a publisher. And my wife works with a publisher where she's at to create the Sunday bulletins. Okay. You saw me make an error there, and we're fixed up now. We've troubleshooting. I've saved it. So I'm basically at point F on page 38. Okay. So now I'm ready to do some work here and to select a theme. And so they ask us to select a theme. So I'm going to come over here. I'm in the file, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to file. And they want us to select a theme. Now, see, click the design tab. That's where I went wrong. We'll go back here. I'm going to click design. Remember, I talked about the tabs and the tree system, okay, that we use here. So I clicked the design, and then they want me to select a theme. Here's the theme gallery. Okay, and step C is the gallery theme, and they want me to click themes, and they want me to click gallery. So let's see if we can find that. And click themes. And how it changes. Let's look at that. And they see. Now, okay, let me stop for a moment. And this is an important piece of any type of software application that gives us a view, especially word processing and things like PowerPoint. They will let you see what it's going to look like before you apply the formatting. And they will tell us they want us to click gallery. So I'm going to use the slider and find gallery here. Here's gallery. Okay. I'll click that. We've chosen gallery. So we work from the design tab down to the theme, and we've got this gallery. So far, so good. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is something you should do. You've saved the file to your desktop, okay? Since you've done that, now you'll be able to upload it when you're finished. But I always just click save just to be on the safe side. All right, and I've saved the document. So I've done that. So I'm down to page, I've done all the steps of page 38. And they now ask us to select and format the text. This is step 3, it's top of page 39. Okay. And so it says on step A, this is right under, if you look at book figure 1.34, you're going to see scroll to see the date placeholder in the main body of the text. So I want it to, I'm going to scroll to see the date, okay? And the date placeholder, and then type, scroll to see it, and then they want me to type June 6, 2021. So I clicked on it. Whoops. Okay. Now I've done this, and I'm looking here at figure 1.34, and they want me to change the font. And I've got that in a placeholder. That steps A and F, change the date placeholder and change the font size. Let's look at F, and the F is going to be over on page 40. And they want us to click the font arrow, okay? And the font is going to be, I did the quick one there, the Franklin Gothic Medium. So the authors will walk us through this. You'll probably never use this ever again in your life, but at least you know how it's done. Franklin Gothic, and I'm looking for medium. There it is. Franklin Gothic medium. And the point, and then we want the 26 point. So I'm going to do this. Apply this. Do the font. Franklin Gothic medium. And then 26 point. So far, so good. Okay. Now we've done that. So we've done parts A and F. A, which is over on page 39. F, which is over on page 40. All right. Now they give us some more for us to do here. B, in the event title, discover the artist in you. So here's the event, and I'm going to left click it, and I'm going to type in discover the artist in you. That's on the event title placeholder. Discover the artist in you. Okay. Now they want us to change that font. So let's look at that for a B&E change event and font. So part E, let's look at that for a minute. That placeholder here in terms of the event. And again, we want to click the font arrow. So we're going to highlight this. I'm going to click the highlight, and I'm going to look at the Franklin Gothic medium. Stand with that theme. Okay. And then you can take a look at, and they tell us on the font size is 26. Let's try the 26 on this as well. And we'll look and see, discover the artist in you. And that doesn't look too bad. Now look, you could make this a little bit smaller if you wanted to. What sets these two off, they're the same font, they're the same font and the same point, all right, or size of lettering. And what differentiates them is the color, okay? That's why these templates. Now, I'm going to click Save. So I've got it. And and there on June's the font size 0, the main, okay? Now they tell us on this June 6th, they want to differentiate it a little bit more because of just on more than just the basis of color. So if I want to do something, which I just did that, I'm going to go ahead and highlight June 6th. And I'm going to make that, I've got that made as a 26 point font. Okay. So go back over here. applied the theme. I've selected the text format. Now in step D, they say event description and type Children's Art Festival. And say ignore the misspelling for now. So we're going to call this Children's Art Festival. This is the event. Okay. Event description. Now you'll notice I'm going to stop for a minute and tell you ignore the misspell. Misspell obviously is right here. This is a plural children's, so it should have an apostrophe after the S. And they tell us to ignore it for now. Now I'm at page 39. They say select each text placeholder in the bottom and place the content with the content from the right column below. Okay. And the Children's Art Festival. That's driving me nuts, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. Should be in good shape here. Well, they tell us to ignore it for now, so we will. And under the event description, let's see what they tell us to put for the event description. I'm looking for that. I'm over on page 40. You can see we just kind of walk through this process. And start typing with your own. And they want us to cut and copy and paste some text. Up at page 41, it looks like that. And page 41, step A, there's the text they want us to use. So I'm gonna start here. Just exactly as they say. Okay. I'm inputting the text over there. That bold text right under point A on page 41. You at our fifth annual fifth annual Children's Art Festival. And participate in a wide range. So you can see a little bit is tedious. We're inputting the text right there. You can see I'll move this out here. Designed for families. And again, so where are you getting that from? At page 41, at the very top, part A, I'm just inputting that text. Again, this is a template. It has these placeholders. when you use these, especially Microsoft Publisher, which is the fully developed part of aspect of what we're doing here, you can get some very, very nice results with a minimal amount of work and basic knowledge. I'm not a publisher or a printer. A birdhouse, design a garden. See, this is not too bad. It's pretty attractive. And the nice thing is that the template's there for you already. Design a garden, fairy, okay? And they have, I guess they've got it in bold here, so we'll see it, that text. Now, I'm going to put an apostrophe after that. And you'll notice it's when I right click it, I wanted a now, this is kind of, when you hit something like this, here's what I do. I add it to the dictionary, and they're probably going to ask us to do that. And see, all the red lettering under there, that annoying stuff goes away because I've added this plural possessive children's, that word, okay? Now, they want us to put a logo there. This is, and we've gotten everything put in here, all right? And they'd ask us to copy and cut some text. And so at this point, I'm at I'm at part B, page 41. Okay, it says click your logo here, placeholder, and press delete. But if you had a placeholder, you could do that. You said, wait a minute, where's the delete? Well, it's interesting. Because we don't see a delete there, so we're going to cut it. So I'm up to part C, page 41, and it's select the text Spotted Begonia Gallery. All right, so I'm going to put in spotted. In fact, they wanted us to stick with what they had there, so let's do that. And delete. And then they want us to put in the Spotted Begonia Art Gallery. You can see this can get a little bit tedious. And they're going to want us to format that. And so I'm going to pop ahead over here to there. For just a moment, let me digress. Page 42, step 5. Okay, you see there where they handled that misspelled word, and they checked the document. I just added it to the dictionary, so it wasn't an issue. And I'm going to see what this Spotted Begonia Art Gallery thing is supposed to look like. I put that in here. Okay. Okay, and they've got add key event info here. I'm going to do something with this spotted begonia art gallery. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight. Now, this is not in the text. This is something different. I'm going to highlight the Children's Art Festival. Okay. And I'm going to click copy. And then I'm going to click format, paste. And let me see. I want to see this. Copy. And then I want to. All right. I'm going to back up here to home for a minute. I'm going to copy this. You see, as I told you, it just makes more sense to me right here. And there's the little painter. And that looks much better. So I've got that spotted begonia gallery there. And now they're going to have us come up here and add a key event. And if you, this is over on page 41, okay? And placeholder, and scroll to the top of the flyer, click add key event info here, placeholder in the right column, click the home tab and click paste, clipboard to paste the previously cut text. We've got the key event information here, and we've already told them. So I don't know that I want to repeat this. It looks pretty good as it is. And I can add the information there. And so I'm doing a little bit different here. But if I wanted to, I could copy this and put it in here. I'm going to delete that. I didn't want to do that. Let's go back. Now, I'm doing a little bit of work here, but you can see, and I want to put some things in here like the time and some other information. And this is where I do some more customization of it. And then I put in the company name, etc. And I have my flyer. That's pretty much all there is to it. And they've got those steps there. They have some, they're on page 41, some steps say for the Mac. And to review, to insert a picture. Okay. And we have them discovering the artist in you. And here's where they've got that JPEG that you would insert, or any picture you want to put in here. Okay. And if you have pictures you want to insert, there's that file over on page 43, the art file. You insert it. And so I'm going to do this. I'm looking at figure 138, and I'm going to work with this here for a second. I'm going to copy this. Do Control C. And I'm going to paste it in. And I'm looking at that figure. So I'm going to come back over here and get rid of this. And this is, don't be shy, this business here. I'm going to input paint a t-shirt. And I'm cheating, just taking a look at, and decorate a birdhouse. And I had this, I'm going to copy this right here. And I'm going to paste it. And so I had that, those little separators. So I've got the art gallery. Now I'm looking for the text over here in this right-handed part. I'm looking at figure 1.38 over on page 44. Okay. I'm cheating around a little bit because we're going to do some more stylistic things here. Paint a t-shirt, decorate a birdhouse, design a garden fairy. Okay. And then over here, the company name. And they give us a table for that information to input. Go back over to page 40 at the top, and the company name is called event location. And the street address is 387 Pine Hill Road. Pontiac, Michigan. And the zip code is 48340. So you notice I've kind of cheated here looking ahead at some of the finished product. And that's okay. The nice thing about this is that once you've done one of these templates, and the nice thing about having the guide along with you is you can kind of back up and find finished product just like I've been doing, okay, as I'm recording here for you. And that's why it's called a template. And the telephone number is 248. I want to get that right. And 555 dash 3434. And then the web address, instead of that, we're going to put noon to 4 p.m. Okay. And then we have dates and times, and we'll delete that. Okay. And so we have exactly what they wanted us to have, and you could see that at the bottom of page 135. And they talk about clipboard commands. This is when we had gone back in and gotten a clipboard and did some work. We've typed this. And I like what I see here. Now I could do something special with this if I wanted. I could come in here and boldface this and make it a different font. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm just doing this to make it an 11. Pardon me, an 11. Pardon me, a 10. And then I'm going to made this all right, justified. So I have a contrast between this text and this subheading. Now I would probably do something with this, and this is just me, and I'm doing an extra step here. I would probably make that a nice red. We'll back this out for a minute. And I want to okay. And let me see. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this. And so I'm going to click on the colors. I'm in red. That's too light. See, I'm trying to get something here that fits well. I'm working with the theme colors. I like this. Now I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to make the Children's Art Festival, that font, I'm going to increase that up to a 14. 16. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Now notice what I did here. Here's the date. Here's the title. And then notice what we did here, Children's Art Festival. And I have this in a nice, this looks nice. I like what I've done here. So you could follow explicitly the directions, or you could see what I did with a template for this flyer. And we want to add a logo, okay? And so let's click Insert, and you can use the logo that's there, or you can look through pictures, and we'll do this. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my logo that is also for my desktop, and that's Cardinal Buddy. I'm a St. Louis Cardinal fan, and it's Cardinal Buddy in the Grand Tetons. See him emerge there? No. I'm going to script over. Yeah, he still looks like he's a little wacky. But see, I gotta mess with it. Now, look, in the textbook over on page 43 and 44, they have you insert an image. That's of the child. That's if you take a look at page 43, you'll see the image were to have inserted. That's over page 137. You come back up here and insert the picture. So we want to find that. I've got my image there. Okay. I like that. I'm going to leave that. Now the picture is a little bit different thing. If we go back over here, you're going to see this JPEG. All right, I'm going to download this thing. And they have this. This is the picture I guess they want us to download. And we could use that. That's not bad. It's not as good as the one in the book, but this is okay. Show it in the folder. And I'm going to put it down on my desktop. Get down here. There it is. And then I'm gonna here, close this off. And I'll go back up to my Word document. There it is. And I'm gonna, now I have my logo, and I'm going to insert the picture. Now let's click insert and picture. And I'm gonna come up here to the desktop. I'm gonna find that JPEG. There it is. And I'll insert it. Okay. That's kind of cute. The kids are doing great. Very, pretty cool. Now, of course, if you had a real company logo, you put it there. But you can see we've done the template. Now, they want us to do some other things with the picture, and we can do that. Notice right now it's framed. And this is over on page 44. And they want us to use an accent. Now, you can see here's the accent that we're at right here. And so we can look at the different accent, and they just want a simple black frame. And so we'll find that. And it will say that simple black frame. There we are. Isn't that pretty? See how easy this is? Okay, so we've done everything. We're pretty much done. And we have our company logo, the noon, time, all the information. We have ourselves a nice flyer. Okay. Now they tell us to put a pink picture border, and I don't care for that. But here's what I'm going to do. Just to see how this looks, I'm going to click File, and then I'm going to click Print, and it's going to give me the print preview. And now I can kind of see it, and it doesn't look half bad. It looks pretty professional. So I'm going to save it, okay? And I'm done with it. So I have my flyer. Close this off. And I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to go down to the settings, and I'm going to upload this. I'm going to show you. I think I can upload this. I'm going to go to the settings, and I'm going to change the settings to student view. And I think I can upload this file. And here it is, that second hands-on. I'll click here. And I'm going to click Submit Assignment. And I'll choose the file. And I'll find it on my desktop. There's the flyer. If I add another file, I can. And I submit it. And I'm done. Voila. I'm going to leave the student view now and go back to the instructor view. So you can see how we worked through that. Okay. I'll go back to the module. I see 7 of you, 6 of you plus me now have submitted something. So that's pretty much it. And you'll notice again now, folks, pages 37 through 44 give you a complete step by step by step by step formula to do this, working with the template. I've done that, but notice I kind of jumped around and looked around and did some different things and added in Cardinal Buddy and things of that nature. Now, also, here's a solution doc. Here's the flyer, and that's the solution document. And I don't know if it's going to ring for us or not. Here it is. And you can see. And that, so you said, well, that's not the same thing. Yeah, but yeah, it gives us the idea. So if you upload that, you're good. Realize there's some things you have to input here. So that'll do it. I am so sorry today about the technical issues we had at the school, but as I promised you, I would record this for you and have it for you to take a look at. And again, remember, notice how I use the book, I use the guide, and notice how I use those figures that show me kind of a finished product at different stages to skip some of that written stuff and see what I'm doing, okay? But I've done a nice template, looks pretty good. I'll go back down to my desktop. We'll see it in all its glory. There's that art. There's my flyer, and I'm going to open it up. And this is very professional. Of course, you know, a real company flyer is what you'd want to put here instead of Cardinal Buddy. They're at the Grand Tetons, and he's smiling because he's in first place in the Central Division. What can I say? All right, my friends, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. As I said before, please be safe on your way home. And I'm going to stop the recording and end this, and then I'll process this and post it over at YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Again, thank you for being so gracious. And I'll tell you the other thing that's really impressing me is the questions I'm getting from you in terms of doing the work. What's really also impressing me is you're turning your assignments in. You're very diligent. You're a great class. Keep up the good work, okay? See you next week.